YouTube. Am I glowing? You'll have to, welcome. I have not been live for a minute and I'm getting back in the swing of things with getting a channel up and getting some teachings out and talking about all these star rays and energies that I've been talking about and showing you some stuff over here with coHUE32. And I bet you're wondering, what is that? Why do I care? Because I would be saying that, right? What is that and why do I care? Well, 32 star energies, or there's 32 star rays, okay, that make up all the star energies that come in through the Milky Way into this realm, including way Alpha Draconic, Pleiades, all the way Sirius. This light is a little bright in. This light might go out, so we're... Hello, everybody. It's Chastity Cav, coHUE32. Come on in. I'm doing this live. It's been a second. I gotta get my speaker type of energies back in and on. So there are 32 energies that come in through the stars. There's 32. Now this is the houses, the 12 Zodiac houses that we all know is Aries and Taurus and Gemini, right? Well, each one of those houses has a different set of energy, because it's not flat. It's not flat. I know it's flat right here. And doesn't this even look like the Schumann resonance? Residence, exactly. Schumann resonance. I know it's turning on me. I'm trying to get it sideways. Well, it's not going to do it. But you see how those colors come in? Well, that even looks like the Schumann. Because these are very specific rays and energies that come in through the wheel, through the houses, through the whole wheel. These energies come in, starting with Aries right here at the very top. And I want y'all to really look at these colors. Here they are. And these are the energies back here behind me. These are all 32 energies. See, I told you we was going to have some different blinking lights. It is what it is right now. We're getting it sorted. But back here behind me, we have all the menus. Well, these are the menus, and each one of these have a series of questions. And we do socials. You're going to find out. We got easier ways to find out what your energies are. We're going to be getting that to you. I'm going to be coming to you live a couple of days a week. We're going to be understanding what days to do things, what type of energy is in the month of June. What's the energy of June? Well, we know now. We've got some instructions. We got some instructions as to what the energy does collectively in the month of June now, and what we need to do to plan for December. We got some answers now. We've been consciously creating for a while, right? But it all stems from this. It all stems from the understanding the pure energies and the pure essences of these star energies, not astrology, not astrology. Because we got 32 energies in 12 houses. 12 houses, 32 energies, 12 houses. Some of them are kind of crowded. Whenever you start looking down and you start understanding those energies coming in, and they're coming through like in Aries 3 star points. Now look, what colors are these? Now you can't tell because this is navy blue. This isn't black. This is yellow and navy blue. What does that remind y'all of? What advertising for what pharmaceutical product that is over the counter and available in every country called ibuprofen? I don't care what flavor of ibuprofen that you have bought, it is yellow and navy blue. Well, this is why. Because ray number 1, Alpha Draconic Notice 2. Alpha Draconic Notice 2 is in Aries. It's 12 to 16 degrees Aries. It's massive. It's Alpha Draconic. Do y'all know how big that constellation is? It's massive. Like, it spans from Aries out to the very master decan of Aries is where they had what we called Andromeda. See, and that's that one. That's Andromeda. Well, that's another galaxy. Well, you know, now we understand what was connected into Andromeda and what that means whenever you hold energy in the master decan of Aries. And if you don't, then it still matters, because the whole thing works together. The whole wheel works together. This is all mastering Earth. It's all mastering this wheel right here. Woo, we're going to spin it. Oh, we're going to spin it. We're going to spin it. We got 32 rays and we got 12 houses, and you're projecting from the stars. I mean, you can go see this if you, right now, if you want to go Google James Webb Telescope. Hey, what's up? What's up, hi? If you want to go Google James Webb Telescope, and it will show you it'll show you how this mirror telescope has been taking these pictures out in space. It's trippy, this black mirror telescope. It's messing with all of our consciousnesses. We're reading it. Those of us who have a lot of Spica energy, those of us who have a lot of Libra energy, which this is all Libra right here, all this yellow. You got all this Libra energy, then we're in the 5G now. You're feeling it, man. We know we can feel the energies through our systems. You're in a 5G reality now. We can manifest quick as hell. We're learning how to utilize the energy, right? We gotta alchemize this wheel. You got 32 energies starting from Aries all the way to Pisces. It's not flat. It's not flat. Oh, I should have brought my little metal thing. I'll bring it tomorrow, because we're going to do some more on this tomorrow. We're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper into these energies. We're going to start a series. Okay? Today is Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, so today's Mercury day. So today is the best day to talk about anything to do with the mind, and let's talk about it, and let's think about it. And so today, June 1st, and we're starting this in June, and this channel's back up, and this is coHUE32. You're going to see some more faces too. But on Wednesdays, we're going to have master classes. So today's masterclass is understanding these 32 energy rays, what the heck they are, and what coHUE32 is, and start giving you an idea of what we're talking about over here. Because once you understand the basic lingo and the basic information, and if you've already got a chart read before, at any time with star aeonomy or any of the other the other things I've called this, you were just skeleton bones. It's all built on top of it, to where we understand each energy in each house. And then as an elemental and then as a sentient, what you're doing is you're keeping all of these planets, okay? Because I don't care who you are, you got a planet. You got Venus, you got Pluto, you got Neptune, right? They're all in different houses in the zodiac, different energies. Why? Because you chose for it to be there. You needed it to be there. You chose it. Your soul. You did. See, when you come to astronomists and you come to astrologists and you come to people like me that have activated these different modalities and have this in our DNA to understand and remember these things, because it really is how the heck we know this stuff for real. And this is how this is, and this is even in your subliminal coding, like when you see these energies, it starts to even make sense. Hey, this kind of makes sense. But what I was going to show, and I was trying to pull up a picture really quick, really quick. When you're drawing, this is here's a color ray. This is your chart. Every single one of you have 12 just like this. Now we've got a coloring book that is almost done, and then if you're in the California area, freaking get a hold of me, because we're doing these, and I'm teaching all y'all how to color your own chart. It's really simple. It's amazing. I'm going to come back on and show you that more this week another time. But remember, this chart is a wheel that is now moving, and your chart has energies placed in this wheel. Here's mine. Here's my natal that I colored. Here, your chart, you chose to have your Saturn here. You chose to put your IC here. This is the natal. Your natal chart is your soul in that bodysuit. In that bodysuit. In that bodysuit. In this bodysuit. Yes, this bodysuit. Your natal chart is your soul in the bodysuit that you're in right now. Your draconic chart is your energy, no bodysuit. Your progress chart is where you're heading to, no matter. And what's trippy is you can change your progress chart. I have changed it completely to manifest what we needed to get through these last ascension prongs. So much so that I became completely Sagittarius, and Scorpio moved my moon, like the whole 9 yards, in order to channel all of these energies purely to understand the elements of the mercurial mind and even high elemental mass communication among beings, almost as, because the end of this thing was almost as if those of us ancients had to reconnect with parts of what people would call sorcery in a weird way, but it's more so just understanding elements and mass alchemy. Okay, but in the old energy they'd call it sorcery, but no, it's not sorcery, it's mass alchemy of elements. Okay, sorcery would be like drumming up negative energy and doing it in a pot and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that to time travel. You don't have to do that. You don't have to sell your soul to learn how to utilize your energies and work together. And you don't have to join a coven in order to manifest together. No, in fact, that's the old way to do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. And if you don't know anything about that, cool, because I didn't either until I started cleaning, these energies. And then we found out this is kind of how they had been being used. Why? Well, I mean, we're all in the same wheel, and it's 12 houses. We're all in the same wheel, and it's 12 houses. Can y'all give me a thumbs up? Give me a thumbs up right now. We're all in the same wheel, and it's 12 houses. And each single one of these energies, each single one of these energy rays, especially when it's in this 32, okay, is beaming very specific data from a very specific location for a very specific reason. Okay? If it lands on a 32 star point, then there's a bunch of different reasons, because that's karma. It's karma and dharma. It's a direct port into all the data from that line. And what's the data for? The data is only there I mean, why are the downloads here? Let's talk about this for a second, because why do we have the downloads? Like, you don't want to be forever down. I mean, well, we always going to get downloads, right? You get a download, but you clear your body, you get a download, you understand it, you intuit, you then absorb the information into the rest of your energies, because you might have only got a download from over here in Cancer, right? Over here, this is Libra. Your brain's going to be balancing it right here. This is like your right and left brain. You can basically think of it like that, because Libra's right here. So if your download comes over here, why are you getting it? You're getting it because you need the power. You need the ability. Not the data, not the information. Not necessarily. I'm gonna start playing these tones to you as well. I'm really excited about it, because there's so much that we've learned over here, and we're just now this month of June really going to start talking about how these energies can work for us, and really getting into deep what they are and what they all what they mean. Okay, so the main thing right now is, you know, understanding that they're all codes. Now, this is, for instance, this is, let me do an easier one. Let me do one that everyone knows. And these are numbered, okay? They're numbered from 1 to 32, not necessarily because that is the number that they are. However, the synchronicities are amazing, like Bellatrix being one of the 7th brightest stars, and it's number 7. You know, 9, the energies all the way line up to 32. Even the 17, oh, the energies also line up with this, not the agenda, what is it, oh gosh, 32, 23, proposition 23 or whatever. It lines up directly. It's the same thing. It's the same platform, but it only goes up to 17. It only goes up to Algorab. It goes right here. It goes to Algorab, and then it stops. Boom. It takes you to Libra, and then it stops. Why? Because the 1% were running the world, knowing the rest of that. If you weren't in mystery school in Egypt, or you weren't getting the secret information and the secret abilities, or you had the abilities but then you weren't being taught, like those of us that, you know, they're, oh God, don't even get me started into super soldiers and freaking swan clones, and I mean shitballs. Welcome to Earth. It is a freaking crazy cray. Like, hi, who are you? Nice to meet you. As you figure out who you are, then I'm figuring out who I am, all through this. And this helps you realize why you had the experiences of handlers. This makes you understand why you lost your company. I tell you what, like Regulus right here, you've got 4 archangels, right? You've got 4. Well, Regulus moved in Leo. Regulus did. It moved to Virgo. Well, Virgo's the energy of Earth. It was a big deal. Regulus moved to Virgo. Nobody was talking about this. 2018, if you were watching Cosmic Christie and I was on here and I was like, well, come into my spaceship. Come into my spaceship. We're going for a ride. Y'all remember I said that? I don't know if y'all remember. I've been haunted by that image the past couple of days, where I was like, come on, if y'all, come on, this is the Hail Mary. I told everybody in 2018 there'll be another round, but there'll never be another round like this. And if you're ready to come on and prove on Earth right now, let's get it go. And holy crap, I mean, that's what we've been doing for 3 years. 4 years, right? 2018. Here we go. Here we are again. We're stepping into this cycle again, except we've been through it this time. We've been through the cycle. You know, we didn't have us to tell us a little bit of what the heck. Well, now we've got us, and we've got our connections with our ancestors that have been leading us the whole way, because there ain't no way we would have been able to pull this off without it. Without all these connections and learning how to read them. That's it. That's it. If this is Cancer energy, this is all Cancer right here, for instance. Well, why do you have Cancer energy? Everyone's like, oh, I'm a Cancer. I'm empath. I feel everyone's shit. Yeah. Do you know why? Because you can change it that quick, and you're not supposed to sit in it, and you're supposed to burn it off. And do you know that when you do burn it off, you make such a power force that you literally can attach anything to it and light up the entire world? Seriously. Because when you start understanding your abilities and powers and how all these are connected in with each other, and how you're collectively making, and when I say powers, the difference with what you would call just high energetics, and if you came from a world where you like the words to deal with magic, then you'd call it white magic, but it's really just pure energetics. And the difference is we don't try to control it. You don't try to control it. You just bring up a pure frequency, and then you allow it to do whatever it's supposed to do. You draw consciousness to things that aren't right, and sometimes you're not even the one who's supposed to even do anything about it. You're just supposed to say, yo, clean up on aisle 5. I'm driving down the road, and hello, there's like a massive fire down the street. My guides are saying don't stop, but woo, 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 fire down the street, fire down the street. Somebody needs to send an ambulance, right? So I know I've kind of been all over the place, as how most of these videos go, but I'm going to be coming back. I'm going to be coming back 3 to 4 days a week. I'm going to get used to a schedule on here. We're going to be talking about on Wednesdays, and next Wednesday I'm going to go into detail all of June only on Gemini, Cancer, and Leo. So next Wednesday, a week from today, mark your calendars, put on your little bell. I'm going to be back on, and we are going to go through all 4 of these Gemini energies, and I'm going to be releasing on the channel too. Mark the bell too, because we've made cards, and these are in production, and so I'll be on doing some card readings and talking about these different energies, because this is how we've been, and my crew have been really helping assist us to understand what's going on in the collective, what's going on in our realities and within our ascension, as we're utilizing these energies in these different gates, right? Because right now everything's lining up to do this mirror eclipse in November, and the massive clearing has been from the Hyades and the Pleiades. The Hyades is at the very beginning degrees of Gemini. And the Hyades would be considered the fallen angels. This would be considered Elohim. This would be considered the O-negative race. Okay? But what is this? What is the Hyades? What is it really? From just pure star energy. From just pure star energy, right? It's dense as hell. It's dense. Y'all see that? It's dense. It's dense, dark energy. Well, if you're a light being, then you have laser focus on you in the Hyades. Now, I don't care if you've got Hyades energy or not. As a collective and as a being that's alchemizing energy in the wheel on Earth, you still got to get through Hyades. You still got to get through Hyades to get to where? Aldebaran. Well, then where's Aldebaran? Opposite the connection. Antares, which is in Sagittarius, which is Archangel Uriel. This is Archangel Michael. Everyone calls on Archangel Michael all day long for protection. Do you want to know how to do it? It's right there. It's only number 5. I mean, Archangel Michael's number 5. There's 32. And it really does progress. So Archangel Michael's number 5. Okay, well that Aldebaran's right on the other side of Hyades. So it's like right after you get out of the orb of Hyades, which is at 5 degrees of Gemini, right? And so it's like you just cleared 5 degrees of Gemini, because space, it's not empty. It's not empty, it's space, and it's all different types of energetics and foams and energies. I've started to be able to also play these on the piano, because all of these tones and ciphers and these matrix keys and codes are all tones and phonetics that correspond to other patterns. They correspond to other patterns. And I know this is backwards, and I'm just going to leave it like that, and I'll do better at flipping it around and all that. But for instance, you know, this 1501105 pattern is in Antares, it's in Aries, it's in several of the different star ray codes. Now each one of these numbers is a different frequency pattern. And I mean, even say Aldebaran 134 52 1915 177011005 1501105 60205 10201 040. Even just saying that, then that breaks down Aldebaran, Archangel Michael, that's New Earth. That Aldebaran's supposed to bridge all the knowledge from Antares, Archangel Uriel, which is freaking, Antares is brilliance. It's being too smart. It's everything's 3D. World War II, Hitler, building starcrafts, then everyone thinks that there's aliens coming. That, just because you can build it, should you even? Antares is also very militant. Well, why? Because they don't understand. They think that you still have to build the craft. They haven't fully got in to realize that the body is your spaceship. What you're seeing is other people's bodies. What you're channeling is other people's bodies. Archangel Michael thinks there's times that you have to climb a mountain, but then there's other times that you realize that with the right group of beings that you can move the entire mountain, and that's why you're there. Right? That's my point. That whole wheel, not being separate, all working together. Archangel Michael and Archangel Uriel, how do they stay balanced? Well, they're working with that other archangel partnership. What's that? Gabriel and Raphael. What are they? From Cygnus. Okay, what is that? Well, that's Aquarius. Well, what's that? Opposite Leo. Well, what's Leo? Leo's all muscle tissue. I don't know if you got Leo in your chart, or if you don't, that means you've mastered it. Did you know that? If you don't have energy in your chart, if you don't have any planets in certain houses, that means you've mastered it. It doesn't mean you don't have it. No, it means you've mastered it. You don't need that energy. That's why all us big starseeds that brought in this mega karma and have lived these crazy freaking lives, that's why. Because our charts were all pointed dead on these star energies. Well, guess what? You don't want them stuck on there no more. You don't. You want to get what you need and get out of it. Well, that's my point too. Because you don't want to get stuck in that reptilian is our army. Right? You might have had to come in and play a part You definitely had to deal with some shit, but then you're like, oh no, wait, I'm good. I'm out the door. I'm not gonna concentrate on that anymore. I don't want it in my reality. I felt like I've done as much as I can with it. And what will happen is it'll clear your chart. You'll move into Scorpio, and then you'll start using it almost like you're start working on your modality, whatever you're building here on Earth, and using that almost like magic as an alchemy tool to produce whatever it is that you're producing here. Right? So, welcome to coHUE32. I'm Chastity Cab. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, and Thursdays are the best days. And hey, guys, get out your pen, pencil, get a notebook started that says coHUE32, energies in me. We're going to have some products that are going to be coming out, you know, like that over the next couple of months, because what we want to talk about all these things that we've learned so we can help each other build and utilize what we know. Wednesdays are the best days to really have to get into your thoughts. If any type of school, any type of teachings, Wednesdays, any critical thinking, Wednesdays are a good day. Any groups, doing it in groups, critical thinking in groups. Monday, Tuesday, not best days for that. Mondays are good moon day. Mondays are moon day. Emotions, right? Emotions. It's good to talk about emotions. You could do that in front of a group, but you probably don't want to do the whole group. Tuesday, Mars Day. Tuesday is when we're having our events, a lot of our events. Wednesday, mind, Mercury. Thursday, more galactic, macro, Jupiter and Andromeda type energy, galactic energy, Sagittarius energy on Thursday. So tomorrow what we're going to talk about is some more of the codes that I showed y'all, and I'm gonna play even some in tone. Hey, I know it's finally coming around. I'm going to play some in tone, because what we've also realized, y'all, is we don't even need to fully understand. You'll get your, like, when you see your color rays, it kind of realigns and resets you. Not even kind of, it does. When you physically draw it yourself, what you're doing is realigning all of your etherics, all of these into your field. Boom. And I mean, as soon as you do, something will change in your matrix, in your reality. Like, we're gonna, on Sunday, Monday, I'll have some testimony on here. And if y'all have been around, like Sarah's been around in the very beginning, so she's been witness to how powerful some of this is. But even the ones that have done stuff more lately with me, the whole point is to give you guys as much healing and as much energetic power and control over the energetics as possible, to help you continue your journey as quickly as possible. So, this understanding your color rays then basically just also helps you understand how you're hooked into everything else. And so we'll be talking about those specifically, but tomorrow I want to do a little bit more about, because on Thursdays what we'll be talking about more is time. It really is time travel. When you do your chart and you realign all of your etheric, just like that James Webb telescope, you can see 3 clear projection circles. There's like 4 or 5 of them, and it really is how Arcturus works. Because depending, I mean, think about it. You've got a projection coming from this side. There's a projection coming from this side. There's a projection coming from that. I mean, it just depends on what angle all these different star projections are coming in. You're in the middle. Okay? So it's all the perception, right? So as all those energies are merging in and you're keeping them going like a hula hoop, and as you start clearing, what happens is you open up etheric layers. And let me tell you, the etheric layers are so organized. They're so organized. So organized. If you are Virgo, you will love the etherics because it is so organized. And each etheric layer, what you're doing is clearing your ancestral karma. Okay? Now, and this is wherever you, no matter who you are, you find out who you are. You know, I was an adopted Vatican, you know, and through this past 4 years of going through this is, and even the fact that I knew this stuff was testimony as to who I was and why I was hidden, which made my story make sense. See, now that all makes sense, because how did I know all this stuff, right? Y'all, each of you have your own version of why. Once you understand why you did the things that you did, then there's no shame, there's no remorse, there's no, I mean, you didn't do nothing wrong. You never do nothing wrong. Each one of you right now, say it. I never did anything wrong. I never did anything wrong. I didn't. I never did anything wrong. You chose to learn a different lesson. You chose to learn it, but you didn't do nothing wrong. Do you want to stop living, make the same decisions? Stop. Okay, well then what you have to do is get that energy cut out of you. Because when that constellation lines up again, oh, it's going to come back. And what's crazy is once you even clear it, once you clear your ancestral karma, and that constellation lines back up, and this time it might not hit you, but it will hit your friends or your family, and you're going to be sitting there going, because the events will start going on in their life. Somebody's going to have a wreck. Somebody's going to end up pregnant. Somebody just hurt their ankle. Someone just threw up. Whatever the hell. Someone just met somebody at the bar. Someone just got married. Whatever. Because there's only so many stories. There's only 32 energies. There's only so many stories. You either have 1 through 9. You might have 21, 27, 32, 30, 19. But there's only so many stories. It's going to blow your mind. We got helicopters. All right. So, 32, coHUE32, and we do tomorrow. I'll show you 2 of the coloring book and coloring pages, because there is going to be ways that I can get that to you this week, and you can start the process and start doing I promise you, it is not hard. It's astronomy. It is really easy. It's like memorizing 32 different energies once you really understand them, and you start, and we're learning more and more and more about them as we all discover these things together. Because it's Vedic astrology, Western astrology, Mayan astrology. This tells you your DNA better than any blood test that you will ever have. And then when you look at your draconic, then also what this tells us is what if you're Irish, if you're from royal lines, if you're from elven lines, if you're more from wizard lines, if you're more of a time lord, freaking hey, these 32 energies tell it. If you were a giant, if you were mermaids, if you were coHUE32, what hue are you? I love you guys. I'll be back, and thanks for sticking around. Tell your friends. Now we got some tools, and let's try this again. Take 2.